Good morning, everyone. After we weld and burn the Maserati from inside, so today's we're gonna continue working here and on our lovely Maserati, the biggest project that we doing so far. And the today plan is get that quarter panel completely ready. So we're gonna have to grind or smooth all that weld, the two major welds and all the spot welds, because we didn't really make a nice good spot weld. They are all raised, so we're gonna have to flatten them, make them like flat with a panel all the way around. And after this we'll do a fit check for the headlights, the door. Don't worry about the trunk. Want to make sure everything is lined up very good and we don't have to do anything else. Worst case scenario, we're gonna have to remove it back again, but hope not, hope we don't need to do that. So that's what we're gonna do. That we're gonna get our grinder and smooth the two major welds first, then we'll go over all the spot welds and smooth them down, then we'll see how it looks like. Check this out, guys. I think almost good, nice, and as you guys can see, almost, it's a little bit still dipped in, but it's good. Try to give it the nice shape here, and also down there. This area here for me came back much better and easier than the top one. Maybe shorter, and maybe there was no much gap here between the two panels. Here when I cut it, I wrote a little bit of a gap, bigger gap. But also check all the spot welds here, check all the spot welds here. We grind everything. And also here when I burn the car down or when the foam piece catch the fire or start to burn down, that area here got some discoloration, so we grind it down to the metal. So we're gonna do some Bondo here as well. Again, the spot welds here, everything looks good for me so far. Again, this quarter panel is not gonna go anywhere. My next step is I'm gonna get like an 80 grit sanding, and I'm gonna go ahead and sand everywhere to get it ready for Bondo. I want to get of any burn paint around the welding areas, so that's another thing I will do it with the hand sanding to get everything nice and clean. Then after that we'll be back and we'll start to apply our Bondo in the two major areas, and also the spot welds all the way around. Again, there was some burn paint here also. We cleaned it, so just try to get as much as we can easy with a sander, with the air tools. But now let's get the hand sanders and start to do a good sanding. Again, 80 grit all the way around, get everything ready. The panel, the metal will have the scratches to accept the body filler or the Bondo to it. So let's get that started. So we have everything sanded to 80 grit and ready. We also had a couple dents here when we were working, so we got them ready as well. Also there was some damage here, two small dents. We tapped them from the inside before we installed them, and we got them as much as we can straight. And now we're gonna do some Bondo as well. Since now we're gonna wax and grease, remove everything, and start apply our first layer of the body filler. I'm planning just focus mainly on the area where the weld is. Fill it first, sand it, get it smooth and nice, then do the whole area or patch here, same down there. So let's get started. So here's after we sanded our first coat of Bondo that we went all the way in deep areas, all the way around, start to take some shape. That's good. Same down here, same here in the area where you had dew dents, and here a little bit, that was a little bit in. So here I'm not gonna do a second pass of Bondo. Here I'm just gonna do the glazing body. same around the whole edge here, just a glazing body, same here. But the second best of Bondo will be mainly covering the whole area and covering that down area here all the way around. It's very nice and smooth now, much smoother. As you can see, the filler went into these holes that was from the weld. I had to tap some area that was high, like here, there a little bit. But we'll keep going, do the second best with Bondo and see how everything is gonna look after we sand it down. Check this out, guys. We have our second layer of Bondo here, nice and smooth. We sand it down. I think we're doing good so far. Might sand a little bit more with a little bit of the big block. Make sure I go cross pattern so I get everything nice and smooth from here all the way down in different directions. But after this we'll be ready for the glazing body. Same here in that spot, same on these two dents. Everything here nice. I also got that little piece and I checked it and it lines out perfectly nice with two holes, with a body line, everything lines good. One, maybe two layer of glazing body, sand them down and everything is good. We're gonna go ahead and apply the glazing body all the way around. Where's our welds? Here, there, down there, and around the whole edge here as well. So we applied the glazing body first layer, a little bit, not that much smooth when I applied it, but I hope when I sand it down it turned out smooth. So we'll see how it looks. Apply it on that spot here and also all down there and all the way down here around that damage. So all mainly the major damage area, not major, but the damage area, that's where we applied. I wish I could lay it a little bit smoother, but that's what I end up with. This here is smoother, that's very smooth. That's what I wished all my application will be that much smooth. Down here is smoother than the top, but we'll see how it goes after we sand it. Maybe we're gonna need to apply one more layer or one more coat of the glazing body. We'll see. So we'll be back after we sand it down and see how smooth it's gonna be. Check this out, guys. We got everything nice and smooth here all the way down, and that bottom area here there's some metal showing, but I will do some self-etch primer and that will take care of it. Again, the dents that was here and these two as well, plus the area that was burned from inside, the paint got some burn. We also smoothed it down. We did all the welds here, there and there as well. Not worry about here. I just wanted to make sure it's just as smooth as possible. I know it's gonna be hidden, but I wanted to make sure it's smooth. Here's gonna be some glass. So we did 180 grit sanding for that glazing body. Our next step, but that will be later, just get ready for primer, and we're gonna have to do like a 320 I think sanding to get the whole panel ready for primer. But before we do that, and we're gonna move to the other area that will need some body work, like the front fender here and the front and rear bumper. So we're gonna move to that 2 or 3 other pieces that will need some Bondo and some body work. Make sure everything is nice and smooth. I might need to tap here a little bit, so a little bit higher, same there. We'll do a little bit of tapping and shaping before we apply our Bondo. Okay guys, now we're gonna work on our bumper. I want to fix these holes first, so I'm gonna sand that with a 80 grit. Then I'm gonna get my plastic welding or the iron gun, or iron, not gun, it's just heating plastic welding one, and I'm gonna start to melt or put some plastic here. Got one of these stick that came with it, And make sure, guys, these are Harbor Freight one. They don't have on and off button, so make sure don't burn yourself. I'm gonna see if it's hot enough. If not, we're just gonna wait and we'll see if we can melt here or not. I think it's good. So that's what it looks like inside. We filled all the hole. What you can do, also sand here a little bit around these, and you also can melt and smooth these extra. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just I wanna melt and smooth these bulgy extra here, so it doesn't stick out like this. And I'm gonna paint it from inside a little bit, give it some primer or something. It has like some paint dust on it. It's not really painted, so I might not worry about it. So that will be it for this damage area here. Everything here will be like filled. We're gonna use some filler for bumper. It's flexible a little bit. And the next step, I want to move on. Remember, we tried to fix that, but still not strong enough. So I'm gonna try to use a mesh from inside here. The metal mesh come with it, and then add more plastic on top of it. So I need to weld that crack completely here. So I'm gonna try to make it as strong as possible. So if you guys remember, we had a little bit of a gap, and that's because of this is playing like this. Compared to the other side, it's all one piece. So I need to get that angle here, the crack that they have here, like completely welded and strong. So that's will be my next step. Okay guys, we did some welding here, and we got the gap much better there, almost like the other side over there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the bumper and get the grill out, the harnesses out. Then we're gonna start sanding all these damage area. Also any of these crack paint here, not sure if it shows in the camera or not, but we're gonna sand all these crack paint area. We'll see if the crack in the plastic as well, or just the paint. Not sure. Yeah, I hope, I'm not sure if it's gonna be shown in the camera or no, but there is a crack in the paint all the way where that paint in the bumper was. Same here down there. So again, we're gonna go ahead and sand down any of these crack paint. Then after that, we will have some it's called flexible filler. I got from Amazon, but it's kind of epoxy. It's 2 parts, and it's sandable. So that's what we're gonna apply in the damage area down there. And also if the crack here is also in the plastic, we're gonna grind some of the plastic till we get to almost like very shallow cracks. Then we'll apply these over these areas, or if it's just the paint, I'm just gonna sand it. Then we have a kind of glazing body, but flexible as well. So if no crack in the plastic, we'll just put that flexible glaze here. So let's get that bumper off and remove all that grill and harnesses, and let's keep going. We removed the grill, we removed the wire harness. Now we're gonna get ready to sand. We're gonna do an 80 grit sanding in all that damage area, all the scratch paint here, there, and up there. So we have some good sanding in our hands to do. So we'll get everything sanded with 80 grit, and we'll be back to apply the flex filler. So we got all the damage area sanded. Luckily, all the crack that was in the paint from the accident or bending the bumper, it was barely in the plastic. Nothing really was in the plastic itself or the bumper material itself. Maybe it was a paint crack. So we lucky we just sent it down. As you guys can see, no more crack in the paints or in the plastic. These are scratched from sanding. So we're gonna apply the epoxy mainly in the main scratch damage area, here, there. Any of that spot there, we'll put some of that epoxy filler here, there, there, again, down there, down there, down here. And also I have some scratches on the other side as well. Like I'm talking about deep scratches, not just the surface scratches. Everything here maybe we'll do with a glazed body, but I want to first fill these area very well with my flexible filler first. Then we'll send it down to 80 grit. Then after that we'll apply the glaze in all the damage area. Sand it like when we do the body work 180, 320. Then that will be, then you're gonna sand the whole bumper. I'm planning to prime the whole bumper because there is scratches everywhere, there is rock chips everywhere. So I'm gonna sand the box sanding the whole bumper. Then if there is any area need filling or something, like put filler, something like here, there's a little bit of a deep painted chip, we'll fill these as well. And then we gonna prime the whole bumper and get ready for paint. So again, step by step, we take a baby step, make sure we do it the right way. Again, we're learning, do it one step at a time. So we got the major damage area all covered up with that epoxy filler or flexible filler. Even here I did these paint chips area that I showed you guys earlier, all the deep scratches on this side. We're gonna wait, they say it should be ready after 15 minutes for sanding. Just gonna give it a little bit more just to be on the safe side. Seems like it's spreading well, as I said. Might need to smooth it down, apply one more coat in these major areas, or just remove to the flexible body, the glaze one. We'll see. Let's sand them first and see what's gonna look like. Okay guys, we sanded everything. It looks much better now. All the damage area got nice and cover all these cracks. There's still some cracks here, or like, I'm not gonna say cracks, scratches, deep scratches still shown, but I think when we do the glazing body it will cover everything nicely. But everything so far looks okay. Over here, all the areas here. Again, I'm not gonna try to cover the plastic again with epoxy. I'm just gonna use a glazing body that I have. And again here. So I think we're ready for the glazing body to apply. So we'll apply that, let it dry, then we'll sand it and see how it looks like. So we did wax and grease, remove everything, and now we're gonna apply the fixable glaze. We'll go ahead and mix and do our first pass, and then we'll be back after it's dry and we'll sand it. Okay guys, after a lot of sanding we finally got that bumper, I think, perfect. Even you were able to create the body line here all the way. Got everything nice and smooth all the way around. I love how it looks so far. Even here, got these area here, and we got that whole damage area down there. Looks perfect for now. The only thing left for that bumper is I would like to fix all these broken tabs, and we have a little bit of a crack here. We're gonna do some stitches and plastic welding here as well. Then after that we will sand it. Like, we still have some areas where the paint like cracked here. These areas, again, I'm just gonna like sand it. I'm not gonna sand it all the way down, then let the primer fill it, then sand the primer. There's no reason to sand it all the way down to the plastic and then bondo or body filler and sand it. It's gonna take too much unneeded work. Okay, everything so far looks good. We gotta put that bumper on the side now, and we have two other major things that we need to fix. We have the fender. We're gonna need some good amount of body filler and sanding, and the last thing that need to be done is a rear bumper, which is the least damaged part of the car. Let's now put the bumper inside and get the fender out and start our body work then. So we took all the paint from here, and that's the area where we applied heat. So all that paint and prime, everything has to be grinded down all the way to the bare metal, so we don't have any rust or any contaminant underneath our body filler. So that's why we did it all the way down to the metals, and I went ahead with a 80 grit sanding, so the bondo or the body filler attached. Chose like a low spot here, so we're gonna have to work a little bit here. Same thing down there. And the other thing is we back to welding. Yeah, here there is a light crack here, so I'm gonna have to weld here to fix that, grind it down. Then after that we'll start applying our bondo, and we'll see how it looks like. Okay guys, that's the first layer of body filler and got sanded. Then we found the high spot here. We had to tap and like some hammering here and there. Again, not that bad. We put these areas down now. Now we're gonna refine the line again. I'm not happy with how I did it first, so I'm just gonna put my tape again, and then I might have to use a skinnier tape so it's easy to take the curve. Then after that we'll sand down and sand up, and then after that we'll apply our second coat of bondo and then sand it and see how everything looks like. But I wanted to give you an idea, general idea what we're doing and how we're gonna create the line here. It's almost there, but there's some areas like it's going good, it's going down, then it's okay, then I think here it's open, so we need to go down a little bit. So I'm gonna compare to the good fender on the other side, get the line, body line very well. Then after this we'll apply a second layer of bondo, and we'll try to be away from that line. When we apply the second layer of bondo, I just need to smooth everything down to that line. After I get perfect, we're gonna have to go over it again if we're gonna do a glazing body, and that's I think something we're gonna have to do. That will be another step there. Okay guys, I'm done with the fender, and it's not gonna work. Let me tell you, just explain why. There was this area here when I first tried to straighten it. I heated it, and then I just used my dolly and hammer to straighten everything, and actually looks like that thinned the metal here and make it like bulging out, like protruded out. And I tried different ways to make it straighten back, being nice, and I failed. So that's my second fail in this car. The first one was a quarter panel, the second one was that fender. So that fender is gonna go to the junk, and we're gonna have to find a replacement. So adding to the process and the cost of building that Maserati. But anyway, it's not a big deal. So what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna step and get the rear bumper here, get it ready, and we'll go from there, and we'll keep going and prepping the quarter panel and the rest of the car to get ready for paint till we receive the new fender. Okay guys, we got that area here nice and smooth and filled very well and sanded nicely. We also had a little bit of some deep scratches here. We also filled it and smoothed it, and the rest of the scratches are really not that deep, so this will be just like sanded and primed. And there was a crack here, need to be shaped a little bit to make the opening back, but it's good. Everything is moving together. They are not like opening like it was before. So I think we're ready. With the rear bumper is done, front bumper is done, quarter panel is ready. I think we're ready to go. I think that will be it for today's video, guys. In the next step we will prepare everything for prime, and maybe we'll finish the car, or at least finish painting the car in the next video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please like, subscribe and share, and have a good one.